So this is the part 4 of my coloring series from my coloring book Monsters in the Closet, where we use colors to unveil the truth behind these stars. Today, our Spotify Shuffle decided to pick the self-proclaimed architect of rock and roll, Little Richard, for us. So let's get started. I don't know where to start from, the fiery pits of hell or the closet where Little Richard stayed most of his life. I mean, he was openly gay, obviously, but I feel like he always felt guilt about it because of his upbringing, which was very religious. I'm gonna start off with brown marker to create these lines in the background inside the closet. I'm gonna go over with it with purple, and I'm going to be painting Little Richard's body with blue because purple, I feel like, is always associated with shame and guilt, while blue is the color most associated with fear. And I don't know if I need to explain this to you, but fear and guilt is what he felt a lot of his time when he suppressed his true self, which is why throughout his career, he went back and forth between the life of stage and rock and roll music and church and gospel. Like, he never really, he was confused. Like, he never really knew who he was and which part of himself he wanted to align with. Drinking the blue bottle of shame. So a lot of blues, purples, and pinks, a lot of cold colors. And then we're going to paint the sign that says safe in the closet with yellow because it is associated with happiness, which is true because he did live a very fulfilling and long life. Then I'm going to be using gray to create this brick-like texture with the marker in the background. I'm going to add a hint of brown in it to give it a bit of a rustic feel. And now we get to the true inner demons of Little Richard, which was his guilt and fear, and depending on your own religious afflictions, his downfall. I wanted the fire to look a bit exaggerated and a bit caricaturous, like cartoonish, because I feel like the fear that he felt was a bit too intense and a little, I would say, obnoxious. Like, it was too much. I feel like he was just creating a monster out of nothing. So the fire is going to be like purple around the edges, and then it's going to be red, and then orange, and then yellow, and it's going to be white in the middle. And then we're going to add shadows behind the fire to really make the fire pop out. We're going to make sure that the yellows and reds look as vibrant as possible, because they are the main star of this series, because I think that Little Richard let that happen. Now on to the finishing touches. I'm going to use this white gel pen that I have to create this dotted pattern to create highlights, to really make everything stand out. And I think we are at the end. I wish I could make this episode a bit longer because I did watch a lot of material for this, but for the sake of TikTok algorithm, I'm going to keep it short, and I'm going to see you in the next one.